please tell me if you cannot hear me. But anyways, I needed to come on here and just talk and just kind of give a little bit of just real-time advice at what's going on with my Airbnbs. I have my long-term tenant that will be moving out in the middle of August, so he's going to be moving out. I've already set aside 2 days to block on the calendar so that I can just check everything out. I can go through all the specifics, make sure everything's in place. Anything that, wear and tear, he's already let me know, like the pots and pans are, not so great, which they were very cheap. So it is, at least he came and told me and was honest about that. But I just need to go in and just make sure that the apartment is fully stocked and ready to go. But the issue I had before he moved in was roaches. And I went on and on with the management about it. I was like, y'all got to do something about this. We bombed that place so many times. We did so many different things. This is my second unit I'm talking about. And I was just opening it and it already had roach issues. So I was like, this is unacceptable. And I had no choice because I had the contract signed with my midterm tenant. So I didn't want him to come down here and not have everything in place, because that was the only thing he needed left, was to have somewhere to stay. So that got sorted out, and that person has yet to complain about pest control, like about roaches or anything. So at this point, I can't say anything if they're not saying anything, but I'm gonna be hot if when he moves out and I go in there in the middle of August and it's going crazy up in there. I'm gonna be like, you nasty dog. you nasty dog, you gonna stay in my apartment knowing there's roaches in here, living it up, and you gonna live with them. Like, why didn't you tell me? So I'm gonna be mad if that happens, but I don't think that will happen. I actually messaged him and I was like, hey, you're supposed to be, or I didn't say what I wanted to say. I asked him in a way that I could just get the answer I wanted. I said, hey, has pest control come to the apartment during your stay? I said, sometimes if you're not there, they leave a card on your countertop, which they do. It's like a little bug card, and it says, pest control was here. And he's like, yeah, they've come twice. So I haven't told management this yet because it's just too much information for them to know right now. I need to be able to pull out, some weapons out my back pocket if I got to. But the issue with that is she promised me that apartment would get pest control every 2 weeks, period, no matter what, because of how bad the issue was before we moved in. And I was like, all right, like, you gotta stay on top of it. You gotta do your part. I'm doing mine. I'm paying my rent. I'm communicating with you. I'm trying to be real nice and professional. So I don't know what I'm gonna run into in the middle of August. But I know that he's not gonna leave anything like damaged or make a huge mess or do anything stupid, because he's read off my list to me that I made, and I left a list. I literally put every item in that apartment on that list, and I increased the price to the point where you don't want to mess it up, you don't want to lose it, you don't want to damage it, you don't want to break it, because you're going to have to pay for it. And he was like, oh, I was looking at this list, and that's when he came to me about the pots and pans. He was like, I see the pots and pans, they're not really that great quality. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. He ain't lying. I ain't gonna sit there and lie either. Like, it's okay if the pots and pans are out of there. I can take that small L. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't buy expensive pots and pans anyway, because people don't know how to cook with them right. But so y'all, my new issue, and the reason I'm doing this video is because my very first Airbnb that I moved into, my very first little 1-bed, 1-bath apartment, y'all, is out of there. It's got roaches in it now. So this apartment that I started my first Airbnb in, I would stay there any day, all day. You think I'm gonna stay there now? Like, and if I feel like that, it's time to go. If I feel like I'm at a point where any unit that I own or that I have, if I'm not willing to stay in it myself, then why in the world am I expecting somebody else to stay in it and be comfortable? That's just only fair. Anyway. And so I started getting photos about 4 tenants ago. Y'all, I'm not kidding you. 4 tenants ago, I started getting these messages from, they would say, oh, this place is beautiful. We love it. It's super clean. Oh my God, there's a couple roaches in the kitchen. Oh, we saw a couple roaches on the floor in the kitchen. And I'm just like, thank God they're not leaving the reviews, because if they leave a review about roaches, out of there. My unit is at, no one's going to book it. And then I'm going to have to fight to get it removed if they decide to remove it. So it's not just a matter of, it just ruins everything and it trickles down bad and it trickles down fast because the most recent reviews are at the top. And that's all you're looking for in your reviews is the bad ones. You're not looking for anything great. If they're all good, then you know, okay, this is one I'm gonna like, all right, cool. But if you find one with a bad remark, like that's what you're looking for. So that's what I'm nervous about, honestly, y'all. And so this last tenant sent me sent me a picture yesterday, y'all, on the app. And she was just the sweetest she was a little older lady. She was like, and she was messaging me before she had even checked in. Oh, I can't wait to check in. I'm excited. And I'm like, great. You know, everything's lined up. I got your car information. Boom, boom, pop, pop. So she goes to check in. Everything's fine. And then yesterday, which was her second day, she sends me a photo. So the photo's loading on my app. And I'm like, ah! I knew what it was. I was like, oh, why am I yelling so loud? I just was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me that there are still roaches in this apartment. Like, it was a brand new apartment. It had never been, no one had ever stayed in the apartment before I moved my stuff in there. It literally had never been occupied. There's no food or drink stored there. I mean, and if there's water there, you know what I'm saying, that's not the issue. So y'all, like, my kumbaya is empty. My kumbaya is gone. You know what I'm saying? I done woosad and kumbaya. And so this lady sent me a picture, y'all. Please just listen to me. It just sounds so gross. And it's really not funny because I would have been pissed. I would have left. I wouldn't have stayed, number one. But I ended up giving her a refund. Y'all, don't play with me. I'm good with customer service. Now, I do the very best I can because I put myself in their shoes. Anyways, back to the photo. Y'all focus, real. You all focus. Y'all, this picture was a picture. So it loaded, right? And so the picture popped up and it was dark. So I'm like, shoot, now I gotta like look at it to see wherever this roach is, whatever she took a picture of. Y'all, it was a picture of so you know, like the clock. I'm sorry, I'm trying to drive and be safe, but I gotta tell y'all this story. So you know, like the clock on your oven, you know, the light behind it it'd be like dark. The only thing that's lit right in that clock area where the time is, where you can change like the temperature and stuff of whatever you bake in. They were behind there, like, y'all. When I saw that photo, and it was two of them, like they were down there kissing in that behind that clock. They were just two heads. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, these freaking roaches. And what made it worse is that you could see these little black dots around them, meaning like they've been partying. That must be the club, and that must be the last two that was left in the club, because I just couldn't believe that I saw what I saw. And I was extremely apologetic to her. I said, I am so sorry. This is not the standards of LoveLee Properties, because I want her to know, like, I don't want you to feel like you walked into a nightmare, or, you know, one of those, what is it called when you pretend to be somebody that you're not, when you catfish them. I don't want to catfish their Airbnb, like, because I would be hot, you guys. I'm telling you, I don't do roaches. I can't do roaches. I just pulled out of a lease art agreement due to, see y'all. So thank you for sending that message, because I have been paper trailing this lady. Okay, I've been patient and I've let her exhaust and use all of her resources, but we're at the end now. So I sent my last email, because I've sent her several emails, you guys. I have all this paper trail of them. Okay, yes, and me sending all of my stuff. And y'all, it was more than just the roaches. Like, I'm gonna do a video on YouTube. I swear to y'all, I'm gonna do a short, because I have a video of my apartment complex just going downhill. Like, I have a video. Every time I go, it's trash on the ground. It's never manicured as far as the grass. It ain't not a one flower. I mean, it's just bad. It's trash everywhere. And they have these freaking sandbags on the ground, like on the bottom floor. The gates are never locked, so some people feel unsafe at times. Like, when I tell you it's like a nightmare to go, I don't even like going to the complex. And I go on a weekly basis because I keep a close eye on my apartments. But this roach thing, like, threw me way off. Like, I really can't believe that I mean, it's embarrassing, and it's not even my fault. Like, I'm embarrassed. I guess I'm embarrassed because I know people are going to be checking into my unit. And so what I did for this current tenant was I apologized to her. I let her know these are not our standards. This is not acceptable, blah, blah, blah. And I sent her $50. And I said, I hope that this helps a little bit with your issue. I'm very sorry. Like, because y'all, she didn't want to leave the apartment. She was like, no, I don't want to check out or leave. She said, I just want you to know that there are a few of them in the kitchen. She said, but I can tell they're not from this apartment. So everybody's telling me the same thing. They're not from the apartment. It's just annoying that they're there. You know, the last person, I literally left the house. I got off work, left the house, went to the store, put a basket together, put a little notepad and some stuff in there. I bought a little blanket and I left it at the door. And I was like, I am so sorry that you have to deal with this. And she was like, it's not a problem. I really do like the apartment. Everything's clean. Everything is great. It's just that. So I'm like, at this point, no, I can't risk my business going downhill quickly because of a little pest, little fella. You know what I'm saying? They having meet and greets. And why meet in my clean apartment? I know you want to be somewhere nice and clean when y'all do y'all thing, but y'all roaches, y'all nasty. Don't pick my place. Go pick where there's open food and nastiness and other friends of yours who have other food that you can eat. I don't know why I'm talking like I'm talking to the roaches. But y'all, this roach thing, I don't like it. It is beyond not, it is. So with all that being said, don't play with that. I am. All right, let me tell you, these emails, it's a done deal. I talked to her this morning. I said, look, I know I sent you an email this weekend, but I need you to know I'm serious. Oh, yes, Miss Evans. I said, but I need you to hear me, though, because I think the emails is not clicking. I didn't say it like that. I am professional. But long story short, I was like, roaches are unacceptable. I said, they're ruining my business. We had an agreement about these roaches that there weren't any. Now there are some, and you're not doing everything you can to get rid of them. And it seems like they can't be gotten rid of. And I'm getting bad reviews from people. Like, every person staying in that unit is saying something. That's a huge problem. Because first of all, I wouldn't stay there with my kids. No. Y'all better come run this hotel bill up, because that's just crazy. So what I'm doing now is, there are people. Am I going the right way or the wrong way? Oh, I'm going the right way. Sorry, I'm trying to get to Target. I don't play about Target. But what I'm going to do is, I have people. So if I go and cancel these bookings of people who are already booked for the future, for instance, it's gonna mess up my account. It'll look as if it'll look very bad. Basically, it'll ruin my business. It's just as bad as getting like bad reviews too. And they don't push my unit as much. It just kind of just trends my unit down in the Airbnb app world. So what I did was, I found 2 days in a row where I am able to just, cut my losses for those 2 days. I can afford to do that. And I'm just going to go to the management office again and go in there since the phone call probably not going to work. I'm going to have to go in there, and I'm going this way, brother. So with that being said, I am going to go up to the office and just let them know, like, I am extremely unhappy, like I said for the 5th time, because every time I do it, I say I'm unhappy, this is unacceptable. I use those words that let them know that I'm trying to get out of this very soon. But I'm just gonna go up there, and I also I networked with another lady who is a friend of mine. What's up, Raven? Shout out to Raven. She's a realtor. We networked a couple times, and she actually called me with a number that I can call. It's like an apartment hotline. Every state's different. I'm in Texas. So I have an apartment hotline I can call, and apparently there are solutions and resources there that I can call too, because I need as much paper trail as I can get. Like, I've called this person, I've done, and I've spent money. I have the look, y'all, let me tell you. I literally, come on, baby girl. Let me tell my baby girl. I literally have the receipts for the stuff I bought. Yeah, the spray. I bought bombs twice. I bombed that other apartment twice. And I bought so many, y'all. I brought so much stuff, that sticky tack stuff, y'all. You would think I was a freaking exterminator. You would think I would know something about something, because I was buying so much stuff, and I was just like, whatever it takes, like, these need to be got. I was going to that apartment every day. And y'all, that apartment is like, how far is that apartment from me? Like 35, 40 minutes away from me. It's not like a sweet little drive. You know what I'm saying? So it took a lot out of me to try to get it looking the way it should have been looking from the get-go, and the way it should have been, but it's all good. The roaches are, y'all, if y'all missed out on my story earlier about where the roaches were the last time, I'm gonna go ahead and tell it again. So I've had about 4 people now tell me that there are roaches in my unit, like to the point where I'm like beyond pissed. And I've been complaining and requesting pest control and all of that, doing everything I can, and it's just not going away. But what happened was a lady sent me a picture of where the roaches were, and they were behind the clock, or like the little where the timer is on your oven. They were behind that light, like just in there, like they've always been in there or something. I don't know. It was disgusting. It's very embarrassing, and I'm definitely going to be talking to management again. I've sent them many emails, and I've called a few times, so I have plenty of paper trail to kind of prove that like their efforts have just not reached the standards of my business. And I told her like what's going on is ruining my business, and she knows that. You're right for being concerned. It's not cool. Yeah, people are traveling. Like, who wants to leave a roach-free house to go to a house with roaches in it? Like, no. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so my son has asthma. So I definitely know that roaches are real live, for real bad for people with asthma. So, and I'm a respiratory therapist, former. So I know all about that. But I hate, man. Y'all know what it is. Like, roaches are like annoying AF. Like, it's hard to get rid of them when they gain entrance. Done deal. But I'm fixing to go in here and take these shoes back because my daughter's foot just grew and school's finna start in like a week. So I'm gonna get her some more shoes that fit her and some clothes. But I just want to tell you guys, thanks for being so supportive and watching my lives. And even y'all who don't come on when I'm live and y'all are like so loyal and watch it after it's posted, I appreciate you guys too. This means the world to me. I'm doing a lot with content now. I'm just kind of all over the place, honestly. I'm just gonna post whatever. I don't care. I used to follow the algorithm and all of that, but I'm like, you know what? I have a lot of different things I want to talk about, kind of like with entrepreneurship when you have multiple businesses. So I feel like I'm just gonna feed my videos into the different playlists that I have, and y'all can watch me, y'all can't. I went to a restaurant called Toca Madera. It just opened last month in June here in Houston, and honey, now that restaurant is a restaurant, okay? I've always been one to like really, and this may sound weird, but I really enjoy fine dining. Like, I love going to really nice restaurants. I love getting dressed up to go out to eat and look good. I love eating really good food and looking good eating it. Like, who doesn't like looking good while they eating really good food? Okay. But anyways, I got the chance to go to Toca Madera, and I say the chance because you have to book like a month or more in advance for that place. And even when I think they're building one in Miami, there's one also in LA, there's one in Vegas. So these restaurants are very nice. The food is great. Just be prepared to spend. That's all I gotta say. If you put some little something on the side, like, that's the place to go to get some really good food and have a really good time. And like, every seat is a good seat, you know what I'm saying? Like, anywhere you go in there, it looks great. The drinks, the watermelon margarita is really good, so definitely look out for that. But I'm gonna post a short about that too. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to do a video about the downfall of my apartment complex, because they got me messed up. Like, it's bad. I can't believe it. And it hasn't even been a year, and the apartment complex has gone completely downhill, and I just can't be there anymore. I know there's a couple other people who do Airbnbs there. I wish I knew who they were. They're probably not even there. They're probably not even there anymore. Who knows? But yeah, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you guys for being loyal to LoveLee Hustles. But anyways, y'all be good, be safe, be blessed, trust God, know God, believe God, all that good stuff. Peace out.